I have 2 of these plaques I need to get done before I start Christmas decorating. Why does this seem like it's not hot enough? Maybe it's just the lighting. Anywho, I have 2 of these plaques, so I gotta get the borders done real quick, because I have a lot of decorating, Christmas decorating to do today. And yeah, I'm just looking for something to do this morning just to get a few things done. Spend a little bit of time on Pinterest. Anybody besides me thinking that Pinterest is not the same as it used to be? Seeing the same pins over and over and over again. And I'm betting it's because of the algorithms. And it's not helping me as a consumer, because I'm only seeing the same things over and over and over again, instead of the wide variety of things that I like to see when I'm on these platforms. Unfortunately, they're all like that with the algorithms. They've destroyed the pleasure of consuming material, at least for me. Maybe it's just me. I don't know. Maybe I'm just too used to the old school way of doing things, but I like a variety. I don't like to see the same thing appearing over and over and over again in my feed. And that's what's happening, because they're trying to feed the algorithm so that they make sure they get seen. So they have to take the same pin and create 1,000 different variations of that same pin, so they have material to post so that the algorithm picks them up and shows their stuff. It's really, really bad that it works that way. But it does. It's really frustrating. You have to get really, really creative about really actively searching for things, using the search tools and looking things up in different ways. Don't just depend on the feed they give you, because it's junk. Your feed is just like all the other ones. Your feed is basically only the same things over and over again, same people over and over again. I personally think algorithms are destroying our ability to get fresh ideas and new information and correct information. I can tell you how many times I've gone into Google to look something up and found blatant plagiarism, but what's worse is the things that are being plagiarized aren't always accurate. But because for whatever reason it's a popular post, it ends up at the top, and then everybody who plagiarizes them ends up at the top, and that's how misinformation gets spread. It gets spread through that kind of stuff, because people are doing the things that they need to do to beat the algorithms. So, I don't know, it's frustrating. That's why my mantra is to always look at several sources when I go into Google, and see if I can sort out the good from the bad, the accurate information from the inaccurate information, because you don't know how many times I've ended up with bad information. Just because it appears on the first 1, 2, or 3 slots on Google does not mean it's accurate. It just means that those people figured out how to work the algorithm. So it's unfortunate a lot of people don't know that, but that's the way it works. You have to be responsible for your own investigation, your own research, and not just depend on a quick answer, because there is no quick answer. So, alright, anyway, my rant is over. I'm just rather disgusted with social media right now. Live screen, yes I am. I also feel like it diminishes the quality of what you get as well, because one of the ways to beat the algorithm is through quantity. And nobody has time to spend a lot of time on quality if it's something that you need to be working on constantly. Because we all have, if we spend all our time making material for social media, there will be no time to do this kind of stuff. And just be rehashing the same stuff over and over again because you don't have new material. Or you're not posting anything at all. It's a tricky balance. It is a tricky balance. And I know I'm just ranting. But anyway, are we still in screen? Yes, we are. I'm working on getting better at recording. I do have a microphone, a new one that I have to play with. No, I haven't done that yet, but I have a new one that I have to play with, figure out how it works. And so these little plaques, they're just smaller little projects that I thought I'd try, because I'm trying out some ideas, and I thought these little plaques would be a nice way to play with some ideas and experiment a little bit with some floral design, with a little bit of Art Nouveau, a little bit of lettering. I just didn't want to do these things on big plaques. I just kind of wanted to do small versions of them, see if I like them. Not sure if these are going to be sold or not. Depends on if I like them. Depends on if other people like them. Let me know if you think, if you like this kind of thing, or if you'd rather see me do more of my larger pieces instead. Possibly the goal is to take some of the ideas I'm working on here and make larger pieces that are similar. I think that might be a nice idea. So like I said, this is an experiment. To be honest, this kind of thing may look nicer on a large. Well, they're kind of cute looking. They're kind of quaint looking. Cute, quaint. These little things. I don't know. And they'd be inexpensive if I did decide to sell these pieces, they would be rather inexpensive, so they'd be like cheaper pieces of art by me. But like I said, I'm more inclined to think that these would look nicer in a bigger format like I'm used to working on. But it's all an experiment. Another reason why I'm doing these on small plaques is because my larger pieces are all traditional Celtic. Like this is more Art Nouveau, honestly, than it is Celtic. So, I mean, like, yeah, I got some leaves here that look Celtic, but it's more Art Nouveau, I think. And that's why I wanted to experiment on small bits, because I'm just kind of tapping into that. I really, really love Art Nouveau, but I can't say that I've ever worked with it as a style. I'm just kind of easing my way into it, playing around with vine ideas, trying to make it my own though. I don't really like copying other people. I like to make my own designs, kind of march to the beat of my own drum. And so I don't like doing what other people are doing or what's been done before. I kind of like to make it my own. So we will see. Yeah, sometimes it turns out good and sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes maybe my vision gets away from me, or maybe I just don't quite have a grasp on it yet. That's all part of being an artist though. You experiment with things and try out different things. That's how you grow. That's how you figure out what you're good at, what you're not good at, what you like, what you don't like. Still recording? Yep. Okay. I'm also trying to see if I can get this done a little bit quicker than I normally do, because don't want to spend a huge amount of time on this today. I hear my son upstairs. I have an issue with quiet time around here because I have 5 people in the house. So it's difficult for me to do these videos. You may hear him come down. But chances are I'm probably going to record over this anyway and just do a voiceover. I would rather not. Alright. Where are we here? I think from here on out I'm just going to work and let you watch. So that I can focus on what I'm doing. you still on you? I'm out of frame. It's little stuff like that that I gotta work on. And my computer keeps on going to sleep on me. Got some nice lines going here. Oh my God, somebody's blowing up my phone. It's too early. Not even 9 o'clock in the morning and somebody's blowing up my phone. And that, my dears, is why I always have my phone off. Turned off, silent mode. Because I just can't. Too many spammers and I will say this is going quick. Alright. Still in frame. My hands feel steadier today. I think it has to do with the fact that I didn't really drink a lot of coffee. That obviously is a factor on how shaky my hands are. My hands shake anyway. I guess the caffeine doesn't help at all. But you know, gotta have that 1 cup of coffee in the morning. I just, for whatever reason, I didn't really have a cup of coffee. I mean, I had poured one, I just didn't drink it. Oh my God, there's something wrong with me. Alright, let me just focus on getting this done. This wasn't really planned this morning for me to do this. I just kind of did it on a whim. I had a little bit of time this morning, and I didn't want to be sitting on social media scrolling, so I decided I'd get a couple of these done, or at least get one of them done. What do you think of this vine design I got going on here? It took me a while to work these out. I had different shape plaques, and I had to work out the border design for each one. I was trying to keep them similar so they all had a similar look. I had to make some minor changes to each design to fit the style of the plaque. Believe it or not, I started these things months ago. But I hadn't been wood burning in a while, so they just sat. Oh, I hate this wood. This wood does not burn well. It's not good wood. It's, craft wood. Not made for fine art and small details. But it does its job. It's alright for what I need it. It's okay for what I need it for. Stone frame. Yeah. Okay. I had to raise my work surface up. I was originally doing wood burning on the counter, which is maybe 36 inches, 3 feet off the ground. And it required me to do a lot of leaning over in order to do this wood burning, which was kind of hurting my back and shoulder and all that, neck. So I found something, a light box that I had that my husband made that is about 6 inches high. So I raised my work surface up 6 inches, which makes it perfect height for me to work on, so I don't have to strain too much, because I can't sit and do this. I have back problems. And I really don't want to do this at my dining room table, so I don't have a traditional workspace. I have to work with what I have, which is my dining room counter. So it's very satisfying doing vine designs for some reason. I just love the curves. I love the movement. I love the way it looks. I think that's what I like about Art Nouveau. The vine, kind of flowing vines, and the sense of movement, and probably the femininity of it. It's very feminine, florally, and although I'm not a florally kind of person, but I do like vines and plants and stuff in my designs. And as much as I like clean lines, like modern clean lines, I love curves and intricate designs as well. So my house is a bit of a mishmash of the two, but I think I pulled it off pretty good. And I'll be showing some of that as I'm doing my Christmas decorating. I'll be probably showing some of my, at least for Patreon, I think. You know, I may not. It's a bit personal. I think I would only want to share it on Patreon. And do some Christmas decorating and show off my living room space. Yeah, I'm looking forward to decorating, but I am not looking forward to hauling all those boxes out of the basement. That's the part I hate. Hauling everything out and hauling it upstairs, up really awkward basement steps. And there's not a lot of room. And my house always looks chaotic until I pull it all together and things get done. Although, there's kind of a time limit right now because Thanksgiving is next week and we're having it here. So I gotta get my act together and get it done fairly quickly. At least the first round. Main stuff, I can always go back later and add to things and move things around and stuff, but I gotta at least get the first rendition done. Probably want to haul the tree up, get that set up. This will be the first time I've ever put up my tree before Thanksgiving. Because I don't decorate until after Thanksgiving kind of gal, but the issue is that I have, I have blogs to write and social media stuff I have to create, and I need all that stuff to be done so I can do it. And I'm looking into trying to get some commission work and freelance work so I can get some income coming in. Things are expensive these days. I don't know how everybody else feels, but this is not feeling good. My family's starting to struggle, and we were doing okay, but we're starting to struggle now. Alright, let me do the lettering. Oops. Sometimes my hand is just not. I'll have to hit that with a little bit of sandpaper and fix it later. It's the thing about having shaky hands. Sometimes my hands don't go where I need them to go. Most of the time I just work around it, make it work for me. Every once in a while, like right there, that's just not going to fly. I'm going to have to get a little bit of sandpaper and fix that. So if anybody's saying they can't do this kind of stuff because their hands shake too much, they don't have steady hands, I'm here to tell you, you can do it. You have to train yourself, give yourself leverage like I have here. You sometimes see me do this. It's me bracing my arm so that I can keep myself steady and just breathe slow. Alright, I'm going to turn this off now because I got to turn down the heat on my burner so I can do this bit here. So I'm just going to turn this off now, and hope you liked.